focus on the ongoing preparations for the August 9, 2022 elections. Now, the election campaign financing regulations have raised uproar among the political class, which now accuses IEBC of not undertaking proper consultation with stakeholders. A section of lawmakers have termed the limits unrealistic and want the regulations trashed. Stephen Latour reports.
A politician on the move. Getting to the next rally on time is key in campaign season. Crisscrossing their constituencies adds bragging rights. All this is money splashed in campaigns. But the election referee has deployed a speed governor in a move that has rattled the politicians.
You cannot stop me from oiling and funding my campaign.
They insist their campaigns must be oiled, but IEBC wants to stand on their way. MATHARE MP Anthony Oluoch says his predominantly lower-class constituency, however small in size, has a huge population with unique challenges. IEBC has capped spending in MATHARE at 15 million shillings.
As we enter into campaigning and campaign finances, there are lots of other realities which, as Member of Parliament living in a constituency like mine, and I haven't talked about women, there are lots of things that you constantly find that you have to engage.
For a campaign day in a slum constituency, all those you interact with, Oluoch says, expect you to put a little food on their table since the majority live below the poverty line, and so he needs more money to oil his campaign.
As you try to entice them and talk to them and sell to them policies, you must also tell them how are they going to live the next one day. Those people live at less than $1 a day.
In slums, security requires a lot of money. For an MP, he uses up to 50,000 shillings just to protect himself and his campaign in a day. In Nairobi County, for one to run for governor, IEBC has set a maximum of 117 million shillings. Dennis Waweru had in 2017 attempted to run for the city governor. He says all the 17 constituencies in Nairobi require massive resources.
You're faced with a situation and you are feeling like helping, assisting, and you start blaming Chebukati. I will not help you pay your school fees. I will not give you assistance or maybe food items because Chebukati has stopped me.
Kiharu MP Ndindi Nyoro says the biggest challenge he faced in 2017 was getting name recognition among the electorate. He says this is an expensive affair.
In my 2017 bid for Kiharu, the big chunk of the money went into marketing. You know, retro marketing incorporates a lot. It incorporates media advertisements, it incorporates billboards, that is posters. There are people who can do other kind of marketing materials like calendars.
Eddie Okech contested the Migori Senate seat in 2018. He ran an oiled campaign using a helicopter for almost his entire campaign in the county. He says IEBC is losing focus as most of the resources are used during nomination processes in places where parties determine the ultimate winner.
So most of the spending actually end up happening during the nominations, which IEBC is not participating as much, right? So this is why I'm saying that IEBC is not keen on where the spending is happening, because most people end up spending so much in the nominations, and then those nominations then be devil our general elections. The fact that if I win the nomination, then I will definitely win the general election.
Candidates always spend more towards the home stretch.
For a final rally, somebody like myself, I think we didn't use more than 3 million for our final rallies because we didn't have many of them in the first place. And because the county was so vast, we were just only keen on making what we call a final call for people to get out and vote.
It will be very difficult for anyone to be elected without a budget of from 15 million. There are some people who go up to upwards of 60 million Kenya shillings. For the incumbent, it is usually a bit fairer.
Chebukati akuje kwanza nimpeleke Kawangware, nimpeleke Satellite, nimpeleke Gando, aweze kuelewa mambo ya ground. Ndio akiweza kuweka hizo sheria na regulation anaweka, awe anaweka hizo sheria kama ako, and the actual picture uko kwa ground.
Hiring an helicopter in Kenya costs between 150,000 to 170,000 shillings per hour. A fixed-wing aircraft can cost between 120,000 shillings to 500,000 shillings, depending on speed, range, carrying capacity, and VIP specifications. Opponents of the regulations now want the legislation suspended to allow them use the money according to how one has planned his campaigns. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV, Nairobi.